What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Vertical Football. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Things We Learned. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2. Guys, as usual, let's go through the game. Let's go through what we learned. First thing is let's talk about the positive of the game. I think first and foremost, after the terrible match against Grimsby, where we were knocked out of the Carabao Cup, I think even in our preview show, one of the things we first of all said was that we need to show character, we need to show desire. And I felt that in the first half, most especially, that character and that desire was there. And I think it's very, very important because we said it many times on the podcast, said that football is first of all mental. You have to just be there mentally. We're not there against Grimsby, but in the first half, we were there. And I felt that it was a nice response, in Old Trafford. The fans are waiting to see, the football world is waiting to see what you're going to do. But now, one of the issues we had, because a lot of issues that we had in this game, but one of the issues we have is Manchester United this season, from what we have seen, and I think even when you look through the previous years, whenever we score a goal, mentally we just relax. It's as if when the players want to play the match, the first thing in their game is let's get the first goal. Once they get the first goal, the next thing is we've won the game. You've not won the game; it's just a goal. And I feel Amorim needs to work on this. The players themselves need to work on their mentality in the sense of when you get one goal is an opportunity to get much more. For example, when you look at Jurgen Klopp when he was still in charge of Liverpool, that was what Liverpool were all about. The moment they score one, there's that desire to want to get more. And I feel for Man United, our mentality is that once we have one goal, we don't run as much as we used to run. We don't contest for the ball as much as we used to contest for the ball. We don't press as much as we used to press. Everything we do just drops a level. And I feel that's a major thing. And that's how, even when you look at this game, as we are progressing in this game, we were choosing certain moments to play the game. We didn't play for 90 minutes. That's a major fact. Our nice plays were certain moments. And most times, the nice play we had came when we were behind or we were at level 0-0 and when it was 2-2. Whenever it's 1-0 or 2-1, we drop the levels. I think that's a major thing we need to work on. Second thing I believe we need to work on as a team is the fact that, first of all, Mason Mount. We've been saying it on this podcast many times, and I believe Amorim also said it, that a Mason Mount in a Manchester United team makes us robust. It just makes us better because we know our midfield, that's an issue. And we said it many times that to hide the weakness of your midfield, the two number 10s must be able to press very well or drop deep very well and do a very good mid block. And Mason Mount is someone that, because of the energy he has, he hides a little bit of those problems. But the fact is, and it's a question I have to Manchester United fans, is why is Mason Mount, when we know that this is kind of player that helps our team, why are we not going for another person that replicates what Mason Mount can do for us in person of Xavi Simons? Mason Mount, if you go and look at our videos back, we've been saying that Mason Mount, even under the Hag, makes us just better. There's something about Mason Mount and its intensity in the game that makes Manchester United better. And for me, I want to take a long shot to say, the way I'm looking at it, if he can just stay fit, that guy is by far our best player. By far our best player. And what he helps us to do and how he hides our weaknesses. And for me, you see, anytime Mason Mount is removed from the game, like against Fulham, like even today, we just look weaker. We look like we were maybe on level 5 and we just dropped to level 2. So that's the second point. We need to find a way, maybe not in this transfer window, but in next transfer window, get profiles like Mason Mount that help you more robust. As the same way you're also building your midfield. Third thing is the fact of defending our box 6. Manchester United, our defense in our box 6 is terrible. Our attack in our box 6 is also terrible. What do I mean? The second goal of Burnley, when you watch that game, you find out that we are not, there's no passion, there's no desire to defend in our box 6. It's always very, very, let's just see how it goes. And you see, in the Premier League, you will suffer a lot as a team if you cannot defend in your box 6. Because teams will be looking for throw-ins, long throws, looking for corners to really affect you in that box 6. So I know, yes, we have been talking about corners and everything, but the major issue is that the reason why corners are entering, the reason why long throws are entering against Manchester United is because our box 6 defense is a problem. We don't know how to just shut teams away from our box 6 and actually have control in our box 6. That's one. Attacking in our box 6, we do not know. So for example, there was a chance that dropped off to Zexi. Our attack in our box 6 is not sharp enough. So if as someone want to talk to the team, is guys, we have to improve in our box 6 attack and defense. That box 6, that box in front of the goalkeeper, we need to be better in terms of our defensive actions and our attacking actions. Another point, which is the 5th for me, is the fact that there's a question mark on Dalot playing as a wing back for this club. Yes, I understand that in the later part of the game, he did what I expected, and I think I have to praise him for that in terms of his movement for Mbeumo's goal. But that's what we want to see from Dalot. Dalot is not that progressive with the ball when he has the ball on that side. He's not as progressive as Dogu. And it affects us because sometimes when Dalot receives the ball, he receives the ball. I've said many times that when you want to receive the ball as a wing back, you don't receive the ball like this. You don't receive the ball with this your leg. If you're a right person, because the moment you receive the ball with your leg, the defender of the opposition can cover this side, and what will be happening is that they'll just cover this side and press this angle. What will happen is that you just have to pass it. It should just be possession, pass, no effectiveness. What you receive as a wing back, like a right footer, is that once they pass the ball, allow the ball to roll to this side and push forward. This is basic football. But you saw many times in the first half, Dalot was receiving the ball with his right, and they will cover that side, and they will have to now pass. But as the game went on, he started pushing forward. We need that progressiveness. We need that progressiveness in our team. We really need that progressiveness in our team. Now, let me also talk about some players that I must call out for and really appreciate. I've said, first of all, Mason Mount was fantastic. I feel it makes us better. Really makes us better. Really makes us better. And that person is Bruno Fernandes. I want to praise Bruno Fernandes because it's not easy, guys. It's not. I know, yes, Bruno has taken a lot of stick. It takes a level of maturity to be able to take that penalty in the last, almost in the last minutes of the game. On where that pressure is 2-2, having lost one against Fulham. It takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of, level-headedness in a way to play that. So I have to praise him for that. The pressure there was crazy. And also, Bruno's work in the midfield. When we were playing kind of touch and go, when we were playing transition, I felt Bruno was there. I really believe this guy can play this thing. I really believe it. But a lot of things need to work out well for us to see his beauty. I have the likes of Luke Shaw. I have to praise Luke Shaw for this. I have to praise them because, yes, it's just against Burnley. Yes, it's 3-2. I get that. But first of all, we're happy we got the 3 points. And then we have to also understand that there are a lot of things we need to improve upon this team. And for me, the major thing we need to improve upon, apart from the midfield, after the midfield, is first of all our mentality. Play the game. Keep playing the game. When you score, don't relax. I can give you manager, keep playing them. When you score, a goal is a sign and a signal to go and get more. Don't relax. We keep relaxing. We keep allowing teams to get into the game. When you score one, they are weak. Keep going. So, guys, these are the little few things I want to say about the game. It's good to have our first 3 points. We are not happy with the results, obviously, because we have to depend on a penalty. We have a lot of things to improve upon in terms of how we can control the game better, in terms of how we can understand the motion of the game, instead of how to keep putting pressure after we score the goal. A lot of things we need to work on as a team, and I feel we have to do that. If not, we'll be exposed. So, guys, it's good to have that win going into the international break, and I feel it will help us in the long run. So, guys, these are my 5 things about Manchester United versus Burnley. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2. Guys, thank you very much for sticking with me. Thank you very much for your love, and you keep subscribing, keep watching our videos, keep liking. We truly appreciate you. Please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget to share. Until we see you next time. Bye.